Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing very well. So today's video is all about the box as Pinhead. So finding the box and how to use it in your games. So to start with, I'm just going to quickly use the power of Microsoft Paint to give a quick guide, I suppose, on how the box works. So imagine you're on a map like this one, say, and you spawn, let's say you spawn in this corner here, and the survivors all spawn here in that circle, or what I tried to make a circle. The way the box spawns is it wants to spawn as far away from both the killer and all the survivors as possible, but it prioritizes spawning further away from the killer. The numbers that I've heard are 40 meters away from the killer and 16 meters away from the survivors. So if you were thinking equally, you would probably expect the box to spawn somewhere around here, but that's not the case. The box is more likely to spawn a little bit closer to the survivors like this, so it won't be completely equal from the killer and the survivors. It'll be a little bit closer towards the survivors, so maybe like here, anywhere basically around this area where I'm scribbling all over. Now, of course, that's a lot easier. At the start of the game, you have Lethal Pursuer, all the survivors spawn in one place, you know exactly where to go, somewhere around this side of the map. But say you spawn and the survivors are, say, here, 2 over here, 1 here. This is when it gets a lot harder to predict where the box is going to be. Obviously, no maps are shaped like a complete perfect square, but what you want to do is you want to just kind of get an idea of where you expect the box to spawn. As you play the game, you'll get a better idea of how to predict where it would be. If I was to spawn in and see a spread like this, I would expect the box to be somewhere over here in between these at the top. As I said, it wants to spawn us really far away from the killer, and around the survivors there's only a radius of 16 meters, which isn't actually that big, so it could spawn between these. So now let's say you're on a map and you're in the middle of a game. You're chasing a survivor who has the box. Let's say you're chasing them here. So you have a Pinhead here, survivor here, you down them. So obviously there's one survivor on the ground here. You see a scream over here, and over here. In this situation, you would want to check for the box in this corner of the map here. Now, in this situation, going straight from the survivor and, maybe putting them on a hook, maybe it's not the best idea to go straight to the box since the team's so spread out far away from the box. So in this situation, you see these people scream. I would keep this area in mind and I would try to force chases. So if I say wanted to go for this survivor, I would walk over here to try and push them towards this side of the map to run this way. Same with the survivor. I want to push them down here. In this situation, perks like barbecue and chili are good. Say if you see this person's aura and you see them running this way, maybe you see this person too and you see them kind of running across the map like that, you basically can guarantee that they're both running towards the box, because during a chain hunt, the only thing that survivors have to do is go for unhooks and solve the box, really. You won't really see survivors running towards gens and anything like that. So in that situation, you could see the survivor running towards the box and try to intercept them. But again, if you intercept them, you don't want them to suddenly turn and run this way away from the box, because that's not good for you. So if they're running this way down here, you want to kind of catch behind them to keep forcing them this way. Problem comes where you are chasing a survivor down at the bottom of the map maybe, and somebody solves the box on the other side of the map. You can't get there in time to interrupt it, and you also have no information on where the survivors are. And even if you did, the box takes a while to spawn after a survivor solves it. According to the wiki, when a survivor solves the box, it takes 45 seconds for the box to respawn. That gives the survivors a really long time to reposition. So if all the survivors were up clustered in this side of the map, within 45 seconds, you could have one here, one here, one here, and then one here, and then you kind of have a really hard time guessing where the box is going to spawn. In that case, if you have absolutely no pressure on anybody, you're not sure where to go, you're not sure who to chase, what can be an okay idea if you choose the right time to do it is to stay roughly in the middle of the map, because then from here, no matter where a survivor starts to solve the box, you have a decent chance of interrupting them and cutting them off. But if you have no idea where any survivors are, you have no idea where the box has spawned, and you're hanging around down here at the bottom of the map, and the survivor starts to solve the box on this side of the map, once again, you're not going to be able to interrupt it. Your only options are to teleport, which will reset the timer by 45 seconds again, or let them solve it, which has the same cooldown. Hopefully, I explained that decently. I'm going to have to use quite a bit of editing to kind of make that a bit more concise. But hopefully in the next game, you'll see what I mean, and you'll see me put a lot of these tips into practice. It'll hopefully make a bit more sense. I'll see you there. Alright, so we start with Lethal Pursuer to hopefully find the box right at the start of the game. This is the only time... Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody has picked the box up instantly. I don't think I can interrupt that. Almost. I could almost interrupt it. They spawn pretty much right next to the box there, so that would be really hard to get to. That was really surprising. He managed to pick up the box in the time that it took Lethal Pursuer to run out. That was really bad. So yeah, Lethal Pursuer now is completely useless. I have an idea of where people are working on gens, but that's all. So yeah, I'm running kind of a standard build, but I am trying to keep the box in mind a bit more. There we go, there's a down. See, the thing is, when they solve the box, it takes a lot longer for it to reset, so it's hard to tell where it's gonna spawn, because you can't keep track of everyone's location as easily. So it's really good when you manage to down somebody who's carrying the box, because in that case, the box doesn't take as long to reset, and you see everyone's location, so you get a much better idea of where it's going to spawn. Right now, though, if I had to guess, I'd guess somewhere back here, and I'd be completely right. Just because at the start of the game, they were on that side of the map, so I'd assume that they were kind of still mostly on that side of the map. There's one hit and a pallet. There we go. Everyone's over there, so box is probably going to be somewhere over there. I'm expecting it to be over here. I'm expecting somebody to be making their way over here. Yep, somebody is. This will be the Nancy. There's Quentin running right into me. Get a hit on him. Give him Sloppy Butcher. If the box isn't back here. She got interrupted. I can go for her. Be really careful when you solve in the box. There you go, 1, 2, 3. Box is going to be somewhere over there. Thankfully, if she had just waited to solve the box, I might have moved away and she could have done it. But of course, once you pick the box up, you're oblivious, and she might not have known exactly where I was at the time. I was wrong about where the box would spawn. She's getting interrupted as well. Oh, that's kind of a tricky one, I think. Got it, though. That was a free hit. She got chained then for a second, but didn't do anything. Yeah, so these two add-ons are actually really important as well. I don't know what she's doing. If you want to try and play around the box, these two add-ons are really, really important. Because one of them increases the maximum casting range, and the other one increases the time it takes to solve the box. Which is exactly what you need if you want to be interrupting the box. I didn't actually pay attention then to where everybody was after I downed her. I'd guess back in that corner, maybe. Yeah, walking doesn't really do anything there. Wow, what a dodge! I hear him, but I can't quite tell exactly where he is. He's still got a fast fault on that? Superior anatomy there. That had nothing to do with Pinhead. That was just superior anatomy being a really good perk on its own. Oh, there's a bug at the moment. The chain hunt reset. Even though I got the down. Which is very, very annoying. It's happened a few times. I've recorded quite a few games for this video. That's something I don't actually know exactly what causes it. But yeah, it happens more often than I'd like. Might just at least push her away from the main building there, so I'll get this down. Let's see if she has DS. She does, but does she even make any distance? No, she does not make any distance at all. Box now. Maybe somewhere over there, if I had to guess. I think a lot of the team are focused on the other side of the map. Is this gen actually being worked on right now? It is. I'm probably wrong about the spawn then, since Nancy was a lot closer than I thought. I did not push that as far out as I should have. Nancy ran into me. I also go for Bill. If she wants to die, she is welcome to. She was quite fast. I could tell she still had borrowed time, but... Just fake a chain there. He's not looking where he's going. Guaranteed hit. No point in wasting time with the chain. Everybody's busy at the moment. I reckon Bill's healing Nancy. Michaela's over here mending herself. Well, I'll take that. Thank you. That's probably a controller player. And this is why you need to change your keybinds if you're playing on a controller. That's regressing. Very nice. Quentin ran off over here. Maybe healing at Shack. Here's someone here. Chain Hunter started, which is really good. What I could do now is I could just kind of chill out in the middle of the map. Wait for someone to solve the box. And then go for them. They're spearing at me. Quentin is right there. I don't think I could stop that. Yes, I can. That was really... You kind of need to be able to tell what kind of loop somebody's in so you know where to place the chain. If I placed it too far to the right, then it would have been on the other side of a wall. Quentin and Nancy are both here. Nancy's in here. The chain hunt's not happening now to Quentin because he's the only person who's not on the ground. Okay, now it'll start. Is he inside Shack, though? There we go. Nice. I'll see where Bill is now as well when Quentin goes down. He's on the other side of the map. Wow, he got far. I am going to go pick this up, my purple glyph now. It might give him a chance to reset, but I don't mind. Well, that worked really well. Bill was wondering how I knew where he was when I had no idea. So that'll be the end of this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of how to play around the box and how to predict where the box is going to spawn. So let me know how it goes for you in your next Pinhead game. Thank you again very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please make sure you're one of them. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.